Hi everyone and welcome to Newegg TV. My name is Paul. Today I'm going to be doing an unboxing and overview of this Olympus LS-100. This is a multi-track linear PCM digital audio recorder. This is a professional device. It has a lot of high-end functions, so I'm first going to take you down the list that they have on the back here for the LS-100. This has high-quality stereo microphones. It can accommodate sound pressure levels up to 140 decibels. High sound quality amplifier circuits, and they have separated the circuitry on the board to make sure that your recorded sound is going to have the highest fidelity possible. Multi-track recording and editing, you can actually do up to 8 mono tracks or 4 stereo tracks. XLR phone combo connectors, so they can actually take full-size XLR or quarter-inch inputs, and that does also have the capability to supply phantom power to external mics, either 24 or 48 volts. This also supports linear PCM recording with bit rates up to 96 kilohertz and 24-bit. You also have overdubbing functions. You get 4 gigabytes of internal memory that's built in. You also have an SDXC card slot that can support SDXC memory cards up to 64 gigabytes. Built-in chromatic tuner as well as metronome, CD writing function, and then finally a lis-à-jour function, which I will explain in just a moment. Inside the retail box we have a couple more boxes. First off, you can register your product at olympusamerica.com. Make sure you have access to your warranty, of course. You also have a big old instruction manual here with all those different languages you see on the front. This is the full manual. They have also provided an insert here, just a single page, with a few corrections to that manual. Just in different languages, of course, but this will walk you through everything you need to know, as well as a full layout of the device, as well as how to plug in the different devices you might plug into the sound recorder, and the different plugs they might plug into, and a little walkthrough of the actual on-screen display functions as well. So plenty of good information in that manual. Here's a look at the rest of the contents of the retail package. Apart from the LS-100 and the documentation, you do get a carrying shell right here. So it is zippered. It's got a sturdy rubber housing and soft inside, so that'll keep your device nice and protected if you're taking it on the go. It does have a rechargeable lithium-ion battery, so once that's slotted into the LS-100, you can recharge it. You can also plug it in. Well, you would plug it in to charge it. Since this is designed to be sold in multiple locations, they provided the US plug style here with the AC adapter, and if you're purchasing this in a different country, I imagine they would include the adapter for your country. This is just a simple USB charger right there, so you have a mini USB out on the, or connector I should say, on the LS-100. They've provided this adapter cable, so you plug that into LS-100, plug this over into your charger, and you can recharge the lithium-ion battery. Of course, you can also use this to plug it into your computer. If you have a PC or a Mac, it is compatible, and you can also use it to charge via that connection. They've also provided a little adapter here. This is just another mini USB to standard USB cable, and since you can also plug this device in and use it as a separate USB connected audio device for your computer, that makes it a little bit easier to do that. Finally, they provided a leather carrying strap. Here's the LS-100 itself, and I'm just going to go over all of the hardware features and buttons, and then I'll install the battery and actually give you guys a look at the on-screen display. So here's sort of the main event area right here, where you have, of course, your on-screen display. Your left and right built-in microphones are positioned at the top there. They're labeled L and R. You also have peak indicators there. If the audio input is peaking, those will light up. On-screen display, of course. You have some navigation buttons around that, so up and down buttons. You also have home, list, and menu. Some function buttons, F1, F2, and F3. Those will align with different icon indicators that can appear on screen. You also have navigation here, so track forward and back, volume up and down, and an OK button, as well as play, stop, a nice big record button, as well as a sort of recessed erase button right there. Flipping over to this side, we have a lot of your connections, as well as you have a volume knob or volume dial right here, so you can use that to adjust your volume. Simple power button right there, slide it to the right to power it on. You can also switch it into hold mode to lock the device. You have discrete headphone as well as a separate microphone input right here, so these are 1/8" plug, so you can use this to connect headphones for monitoring. You can use that as a separate microphone input, as well as the XLR inputs at the bottom, which I'll show you in a second. You have a remote jack right there for a remote that's sold separately. There is your mini USB connector. And then finally here you do have phantom power available from your XLR inputs at the bottom, and you can simply use these two buttons here to turn the phantom power on or off, and that's 48 or 24 volt phantom power. And that is for these combo connectors that are here at the bottom. So these are XLR / 1/4" jacks. XLR, if you guys aren't familiar, is, well, they look like that. This is not included, so I'm just using this for an example, but as you can see, full-size XLR plugs right into the bottom like so. Also can accommodate 1/4" plugs, so again, this one is not included with the device, but just for an example, there's your 1/4" jack, which is used for a lot of musical instruments, and can easily accommodate that type of plug as well. So there's your inputs at the bottom. Also in the center there is a little routing gap there for the included wrist strap. I'm going to move over to this side next. You have your memory card / battery compartment there, so it pops right open. Here's where you would slot in your lithium-ion battery. There's also where your SDXC card slot is. So it supports SDXC as well as SDHC as well as standard SD cards. And with SDXC you can get up to 64 gig cards, which would provide a lot of additional storage beyond the 4 gigabytes that's already included. Above that you have a combo record level knob, and this sort of has a dual use function. So it provides a manual control there for the recording levels for your inputs. You can also control that recording level via the on-screen display, but you'll notice this is sort of a double knob and they both turn together. Now if you happen to have for example, two separate inputs, maybe you have a couple different mic solutions that you're running into this, you can actually hold down one knob and twist the other one separately, so you can set individual levels. And the cool thing about that is that once that's locked in, you can still twist them both together to adjust both after you've distinguished the input level between the two of them. So nice little functionality available there. Around here on the back, we have a standard tripod mount right there, so you can mount this up to a tripod and position it more easily to obtain your audio if you're using the built-in microphones. There's also rubber feet on the bottom, so if you set this flat on a surface, you won't have any vibration. You also have a built-in speaker here at the back for playback, and I should mention your actual microphones, which are up here at the top. As you can see, they're positioned in such a way they have a 90-degree angle between them, and that's just to preserve your stereo effect when you're actually capturing audio, because there is a slight difference between the two, and that's how you get positional audio. So I've powered on the LS-100, and one of the cool things is it does have a voice assist function.
Recorder.
So as you jump between the different functions,
Metronome.
it will tell you what you're on, for example.
Recorder.
She's very friendly.
Track.
And it will actually also talk you through certain setup stuff. So for instance, when I first turned this on just a few minutes ago, it had me set the clock, and she actually walks you through specifically which buttons to push when you're setting the clock. So very handy as you're getting familiar with the device to sort of guide you through the different features. But speaking of the features, we have the metronome and the tuner that I already showed you. Also, you have the recording function. You have multi-track recording, and here's where you can actually go in and jump into different projects. You can record projects in mono or in stereo. You can actually combine projects together to save your tracks, and so pretty cool functions there. Let me just jump back to the home screen. We also have the Lesaju function, which is a higher end function is specifically designed for if you're using multiple microphones. So what this is going to do, if I actually went into this mode, you route this to a set of speakers, it will play a tone. You position the speakers where you want your sound source to be, you position your mics where you want your mic to be, and then it will actually display a waveform on here. What it's going to do is help you position your mics in such a way that the waveform lines up, and so you don't have disparate sound coming from different waveforms, since you have different mics recording different source audio, if that makes sense. Hopefully it does. Apart from that, we of course have the menu, which I will jump into right now. Oh wait, I should push menu button to do that. So here's where you can get down into the gritty details, so different recording modes. You can set mic gain, record level, input selects, mic power, all that good stuff. You can jump between into the playback mode. We also have a file menu to browse through files that you have saved.
Off.
We also have the Metronome menu, of course, where we can turn that on or off.
Setting.
Actual device settings such as a backlight, beep. Here's where you can turn your voice guide off if you get tired of her telling you everything.
Menu.
And then here's all your device menu settings such as the memory select, power save functions, actually set the time and date, get into USB settings, and that sort of thing. And that's going to wrap it up for our unboxing and overview. Once again, this has been the Olympus LS-100 multi-track digital audio recorder. I'm Paul with Newegg TV. If you enjoyed today's video, you can head over to our Newegg YouTube channel where you can find more tech videos. And of course, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks a lot for watching, and we'll see you next time.